welcome back to my channel. I really hope that with the help of my previous video you guys could come down to a conclusion whether you guys want to go for a job or for a master's abroad. So this video is a next step towards, if you've chosen if you want to do a master's abroad. So today I'll be talking about the 8 most important requirements for a master's application and what they are and how to sort of go about it. Before we go into the video, I really hope that you subscribe to my channel if you're not, and please like this video. So the first point is your exams. For some countries you need to take exams like the GRE, and for some courses you might need to take a GMAT, and there are many more exams out there for whichever country you decide to go to. So again, research that whatever country you're going to, what is required. So yes, GRE is a very important exam for applications to US. It holds a huge weightage. It consists of 3 sections, that is analytical writing, quant and verbal. So a friend of mine, Varun Chopra, who has his YouTube channel, has talked about everything of the GRE, so I'm gonna link his channel down below so you guys can check that out. And yes, prepare for your GRE because that is a big requirement if you're applying to some countries like USA or Canada. Next is your English requirement. Mainly it is divided between TOEFL and IELTS. That's the only 2 that people take. So yes, you have to prepare for that. IELTS is scored from a band of 9, whereas TOEFL is a total score of 120. So check out what your college requires, because GRE is something that it's an aptitude test. There's no cutoff that out of 340 you need 320 or 310 to get into the university. But for their English requirement, there is a particular score. For example, for TOEFL, out of 120 you might need 100 to get into that college, because that's like a basic necessity for getting into the college. So again, Varun Chopra had given his IELTS, and I'll be linking his videos down in the description box. So yes, please go check that out. Also, for the English requirement, some universities take a bona fide or a proof of completion of your degree in the English language. So you could also get that document from university, because then it saves your money to send your TOEFL or your IELTS score to that university. Then you are gonna require your transcripts. So basically, what are transcripts? Transcripts are basically the mark sheet of every individual semester that you have done in your college. So they look something like this. I'll put a photo here. So yes, it has the name of your college, your marks for that particular semester, and the GPA after that semester. So that is something that's really important. Few years back, they used to ask for hard copies, which actually meant that you need to take a printout and send a hard copy internationally. But now, mostly in the online applications, you just need to upload a PDF. So it's okay if they are unofficial transcripts, like not the proper watermark printed one. You can just ask your controller of examination or any person who is authorized for your exams and your grading and all. Just mail them and request for your transcripts to your latest semesters, because mostly if you are a fresh graduate, you will be applying in your 6th semester or after 6th semester. So your transcripts will be till 6th or till 5th. So yeah, that is a simple thing to do. Just make sure you have them ready before applying, because yes, they are important. They need to see all your grades from the 1st semester onwards. Next is your project and internships. So this is, I won't say a mandatory requirement, but it is one of the most suggested thing that people do to make their profile stronger. At the end of the day, you want your profile to be so good that that they don't have any reason to reject you. So yes, if you're a fresher, then projects and internship play a huge role for your master's application. But if you're going for your PhD, then I am going to link down a video below. It's of my friend Anurag, and he sat down with Saket Upadhyay, who's again my friend, and he's going for his PhD PhD to USA. So you can check it out what the procedure was for PhD. You require more of research and more of publications for your PhD courses. So yes, you can check that video out. And for masters, just do projects, whatever you can get your hands on, just do that, small, major, anything, just go for it. And internship, try your best to get something that is relevant to the course that you are going for. This next point is very basic, and it's a no-brainer. Your passport, it needs to be updated. I mean, I would suggest that it is updated, because after 18 years of age you need to update your passport for it. Then you get a passport that's valid for 10 years, so that's good. Get your passport updated, and make sure that you have your passport for at least 5 to 6 years after you plan to finish your master's. So you don't need to worry about that your passport is expiring. So make sure that is done. Hardly takes a month or so to get that in your city. So yes, get that done. That is very important. They will need a Xerox or a scanned document of your passport, the front page and the last page. Now we move towards the more major parts of your application, your SOP and LOR. So first I'll talk about the SOP, that is the statement of purpose, and also known as personal statement. Now this is a make or break document. This document, this essay that you are going to write, is a story of yourself, but in the more convincing way, so that the admissions committee really get connected to you and they feel that you're deserving for this course at the university. The funny thing about SOP, which I really saw in my application process, was they are offering you a master's degree, but in the SOP they already expect you to know everything. Not everything, but a good amount of the subject that you are going for. So again, here your projects and internships really help, because you are just explaining to them that this is what I did and these are the challenges that I faced, and how did I overcome, and just everything that you can put in that word limit that you have. This document requires a lot of drafting and redrafting and proofreading. You can share it with your friends and family, so you get a third perspective of how your essay looks like. Because if you keep reading it again and again, you're gonna feel that it's done, there's nothing more to add, there's no grammatical mistake or anything. So yes, SOP is a very important document, and I suggest you start working on it as soon as possible. Start making at least like a rough list of what you want to put in your SOP, like this project was really good, this internship was really good. If you have a brand name, some big MNC that you interned in, even if it's just for a month, and it actually shows what you did in the field that you want to go in. So yes, just put in that. Start at least roughly drafting your SOP in your mind, and I know it is a very intimidating process, but trust me, you will get through it. And also till the end, like when it's application time, you will feel that your document is not complete, your SOP could have been better, but it's fine. You're always gonna feel that. Even today when I read my SOP, I feel like, oh man, I should have done this or done that, but it's okay. You need to have a little bit of confidence in yourself that I have put myself in that essay. Next is the LOR, that is the letter of recommendation. So basically the LOR is something that is going to validate your SOP. Whatever you write in your SOP needs to be proven to the admissions committee by the medium of your recommenders. So who writes the letter of recommendations? It's strongly suggested even by the universities to not get it written by your family, because there's a bias and you might maybe tweak the details here and there, and overall it doesn't make it a genuine document. So LORs are suggested to be written by someone who you spent a lot of time with, who saw you grow academically or personally, and can actually vouch for what you've done and what you can do and your potential and everything. So if you have a work experience, then you can definitely go ahead and get your LORs written from your project managers or your colleagues or someone like that. But if you are a fresher, you are required to have at least one LOR from your university or your college. So it can be a professor, your dean, your program chair, a head of department, and anyone that you feel can actually write things about you which will strike in your application. So the thing about LOR is, unlike all the other documents, your SOP, your scores, your transcripts, you're going to be uploading that yourself, but the LOR is actually going to be uploaded by the recommender. So when you start your online application, when you reach the recommendations page, you are just requested to put in the email ID and the name and the position of your recommender, and when you save that, an email is sent directly to the person, and they are supposed to upload the document for, I don't know, confidential reasons or whatever, so that the student doesn't see what's been written in their LOR. So to deal with this, I would suggest that you choose nice, responsible recommenders who will actually check their mail and be prompt while uploading your LORs, because if the rest of your application is done and if you miss your LORs, then there's a high chance you might get rejected. Some universities can be a little lenient, might extend your time, but yes, it's always it's safe to be before time. So yes, choose someone who is responsible, and also decide your recommenders a little early and talk to them that how do they want to go about it. Some recommenders are pretty busy and they just ask you to draft up a letter and then give it to them for proofreading, and they might make some changes and sign the document and put it on the letterhead and keep a PDF ready with them. Some are very helpful and they say that they will write it themselves, so you can ask that if it's okay for them if they show you what they've written, and you could suggest something that it would be really helpful if you could mention this project that I did under you, or this was my performance in a subject when you were my faculty. So yeah, you could definitely discuss it with them. You should discuss it with them because this is your college application and it needs to be 110, not even 100. 110 has to be perfect in every way that you can make it perfect. So yes, work on your LORs. For USA and UK, the countries that I applied to, USA had a maximum limit of 3, some went up to 4, but the minimum was 2. So I mean, it's fine if I put 3. You can also go for 4. And in UK, 2 was the maximum recommenders that I letters of recommendation that I gave. So yes, choose wisely and just don't brag about in your letter of recommendation that XYZ is so good, he is so sincere, he or she did that and she can overcome any challenges. No, that is like seriously not appreciated. In an LOR, they will like just move your application aside. You need to tell facts and figures and prove it to them. So the process of show versus tell. So you have to show and tell, but not just tell. What? So you get my point, right? You need to show this is what you did and then tell that this because XYZ did all this, I feel he or she is whatever adjective you want to put, but not just like XYZ is the adjective. So make sure that you actually sit down and spend a lot of time on your LOR, because again, it is very important for your SOP to become more authentic. Next is your CV and resume. I'm pretty sure every one of you has one. So yeah, just tweak it a little, put the final finishings and make it look good. It's fine if you put some colors and all, you don't need to be super formal with it, but yeah, be true to what you have done. Don't lie, because yeah, that's not appreciated. And try to keep it somewhere around 1.5 pages, not too long, unless you have some really important publications or research work that you that you want to put in. I'm so sorry, I have a sore throat. So yes, CV and resume is one. So the final these are the external documents that you will need to be uploaded, but the main thing that when you're applying to universities is you're going to log into their application portal, you're going to make an account and all, and you have this huge online application or online form to fill. fill where you have to put in everything from your name to your parents' name, your address, your email ID, your religion, the country of origin, and everything else. In some cases, in some applications, I've noticed that they break their SOP into various questions. So for example, one university will pop up the personal statement section and just say that upload your PDF or your doc file here, whereas another application university is going to, in the online application itself, is going to write the question, why do you want to go into XYZ university? So take that part out of your SOP and paste it there. Then another question is, what have you done? What is the credibility that you have that that makes you worthy of a seat in this course? So take some info from your SOP and then put in that. So yeah, you might not need to upload a PDF, but yes, the information is going to be almost the same that you have applied, that you've written in your SOP. So yeah guys, that wraps up this video. These are the 8 most important requirements for your master's application, and if this video helped you in any way, please like this video and please share this video with your friends or your family who is going for a master's and is confused with what are the documents that's needed. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Yes.